Greetings, this is Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator. Today with Player Nexus, discussing the rules and strategies for Go, classic board game. This little pooling set I've had for a while. If you're wondering about the index cards, it's because, the little hinge makes it not sit right, so I have to, these index cards are find some little tokens to prop it up. Go is a fairly simple game in terms of the basic rules. On your turn, either you play a stone or you do not play a stone. If two players decide to not play a stone in succession, the game is over. A stone or a group of stones has liberties based on the empty points around it. If all those liberties are cut off, the stones are captured by the opposing side. The key to having groups survive and having survivable structures is 2 eyes. You have 2 eyes when you've got a group where there's no way for anyone to capture the group. However, if you are thinking ahead and you see stuff like this about to get set up, then you know exactly where to sabotage it. Now these two groups are in serious trouble if they don't have some support elsewhere. Alternatively, there's the false eye where straight up capture part of the structure that they didn't secure properly, and now the rest of this is in trouble if they don't set up something else, which you could probably screw up by putting a stone like here or here. The thing is, even if they try to steal that off, you can still surround it and then place one inside where it would otherwise be captured. You actually capture that. Let's just show that off. Yeah. Normally you can't place your stone where it would be captured unless it actually captures someone else. So, group stone 4. Me and my big fingers do not go well with a game of tiny stones on a tiny board. But you know what? I still love this game anyway. No regrets. So I will leave that shape there. It's kind of hard to plan those maneuvers sometimes because you're alternating stones. But really the big thing is just trying to set things up to, seal off a section of the board, and the open points that you have sealed off, that you have, are worth points to. So let's say this eventually goes from here to just having, all this whole thing set up. And just assume for for the sake of me not having to get all these freaking stones out. That so let's say there's there's my stuff, and let's say white has set up across a little bit better on the other side here. It's clear that I've got like less area back here than what it's going to have over here, so it's definitely going to win. But some games are a little bit closer. White usually has an advantage of 6.5 points. It's called Comey. As something to make up for them going second and serving as a tiebreaker with a 0.5. Other things that might come up are repeating situations. Let's say, for example, we got something like this. Something like this. White places a stone here. Black cannot then place but there again unless it completely changes more than just that stone. If there's like 3 of these situations out there and it's possible to like keep it alternating, then it's a stalemate. So I believe professional Go players go off the ranking standards of like Q and Don. Like I believe Go players start out at like 25 or 35 Q, work their way down to 1 Q, and then to 1 Don, and then up to 9 Don. This is a game I love, but man, I need to find more people to play it with. It's a brilliant game. There's a lot of strategies and figuring out just the first few. How do you set things up ahead of time? How do you prepare for what needs to be done? Let's seal it to have this kind of loose structure eventually form into something solid and secure a ton of area for you. How do you deal with the fights? But when you end up in a situation with, let's see if I can set this up right. When you end up in a situation with a ladder, are you going to play it out like a silly person, or are you going to look ahead at seeing what you have out there and decide whether to play it out or let it be? Because if you don't have the stuff out there, you're just playing a stone and they're countering you, and you're playing a stone and they're countering you, and just going on and on. Eventually you're going to run to the board edge and they're going to take all your freaking stones. And it's like, what the hell was the point of playing all those stones? For fuck's sake. Go has as much potential for brilliant maneuvers as it does stupid maneuvers. And that's part of what makes it interesting. I'm trying to think of the name of the website. It's like Sensei's something. Sensei's Library. there's that for resources. I believe there's. I remember doing like these Go puzzles way back when. I was really, really hooked on this game and wanting to play it more and more and more. And I just do these puzzles, and I either figure it out pretty easily, or it would stump the hell out of me, and they'd have to show me the solution. But yeah, this Go is just a nice little game, and as I keep saying, I want to find people I can play with, preferably without having to go out of town, because that's not always an option for me. And yeah, if you can, find a game, play it, enjoy it. This has been Pillar Nexus. See you next time.